Hi, my name is Ellyn Gray. I know that if I wait until the perfect moment or until I feel like I'm having a good hair day or something, or until I think I know exactly what to say, I'll never do it. I'm a graduate student at UC Berkeley. I'm getting my PhD right now in environmental science, policy, and management. My focus is in atmospheric science, specifically atmospheric chemistry. And my passions mainly are about air quality and climate change related topics. Those are the two that really touch me the most. I also really like weather. I love music. I love photography. I like philanthropic activities. I apparently don't like saying big words. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. Do you have a negative voice? Yes, I do. And what are the areas of your life where your negative voice speaks up the most? It's kind of indiscriminate. I'd say that if you were looking at frequency of comments, the highest frequency would be some of the things that seem more vain, like appearance, everything from weight to skin quality to my clothes to my hair, whatever. But I think it's mainly because these are such low-hanging fruit. It's just like easy attacking methods, but comes up in all sorts of ways. Like, obviously, I'm pretty long lifetime student right now, and so it comes up a lot in school and intelligence and research and progress, and it's rooted in comparing myself to others. So I could be comparing myself physically or intellectually or socially. I'm awkward or not very charming, or I bother people, I annoy people, stuff like that. But it also will be I'm a bad person, I'm not patient enough, I'm not, just so many different things. And it most commonly happens when I can see someone else and I'm like, oh, they're doing that a lot better than me. But it likes that one a lot. In its truest essence, what is your negative voice saying? You're not good enough. Like the person that you, Ellyn Gray, naturally are, it's just not good enough. And in a kind of disgusted way, like not only are you not good enough, but it's detrimental to all the lives around you. And it's amazing how it's been able to take that message and just morph it in a lot of ways. Especially when I was more younger and more focused on my weight, in my perception, being overweight, that I was mentally scarring people around me who had to look at me. If I didn't look good enough, I was afflicting something on them, That sucks. It sucks to feel like the person that you are actually hurts other people to even be around. I don't really like saying these things out loud. It's kind of funny. It's a little bit easier when it's just in my head. Okay, how do you feel and how do you behave when you listen to and accept your negative voice? I would say it's just really exhausting. In general, I have a pretty loud dialogue going on in my head all the time as it is, whether it's positive or negative. The wheels are turning a lot, and when those are more negative, it affects everything in my life, because thinking negative things about yourself is so tiring. And so in the last 10 years or so, when I've seen the most progression in not having as much of a negative voice, or at least learning how to not listen to it, I've seen myself have so much more energy and just feel like I have a lot more zest for new experiences. I have so much more room to make more friends and try more things, because when you have a voice in your head that's telling you they don't like you, or you're going to be bad at that, or are you really going to look like that out in front of other people, or are you really going to try to do X, Y, and Z, or they're all going to see how stupid you really are. You just stop taking chances, making experiences, meeting people. And the flip side is confidence, right? If you're not telling yourself bad things all the time. But that feeling of belonging, when I say belonging, I mean you belong as a human, you're worthy to interact with people. That feeling makes life so much easier. That sounds so obvious. It's just such an incredible weight as it starts to ease up. And I wish that it was like a linear progress, but it hasn't been for me at all. Like I'll think I'm doing so much better, and then I'll just watch the thoughts start to creep in again. But it's nothing like what it used to be. Have you discovered any tricks to overcome your negative voice, and if so, what? I mean, how you are telling me that I'm really stupid. Well, I got this grade. I don't know, that's a stupid example. Oh, okay. Let me take a second. I think it's hard sometimes to answer these questions because your negative voice like pops up in the middle and it's just like scrambling everything. Oh yeah, evidence. Okay. I'm just gonna pause. Sorry, Maria. This is what I get. I was trying to be spontaneous, or I don't know, genuine. Okay. One sec. I actually think this is kind of funny here. The more nervous I get or vulnerable I feel, the more red my neck gets. It's this really weird, unfortunate symptom I have of anxiety or embarrassment, which is why I wear collared shirts to interviews. I don't know why I am doing this so poorly. Okay, so the main, I'm sorry. I'm not eloquent. I can't help people or share my experiences in an effective way. Okay, one more time. Everyone seems so eloquent when they did this, and I don't have anything useful to say to help people. Have you discovered any tips, any tricks? And then I have this other evidence that, so now I have some, what fucking question was this? Am I still on the tips and tricks thing? It doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, I mean, that's like what I just said right there. That's actually the most important voice I've come to grow and harness and manifest. It's this like opposing voice to my negative voice. That's like an overly forgiving voice. That like even when I make tremendously stupid mistakes or do things I regret, procrastinate, I've established this other voice that's like really nice to myself. That's just like, whoops, you did a bad job. You're gonna do better next time. Or it's like, it's okay. You're human. Or, it's so much nicer than what I've ever been to myself. And that voice is like my voice of sanity. That is seriously what has kept me going, because somehow I grew up thinking that it had to be perfect. I had to be the best. And that who I am, like naturally, was just super offensive to people and like life itself. And so like harnessing a voice that's just like, whatever, maybe you look terrible and they don't want to be friends with you. Fuck them. Who cares? You already got friends. Or maybe you said like the stupidest thing to someone you wanted to impress. You'll impress someone else one day. It's just like way more cavalier about individual experiences and super forgiving with myself. And that has been the most effective way for me at battling the self-talk, the negative self-talk, the negative voice, is growing a new one that's maybe even more chill than it should be, but it's just like really chill. Okay, wow. That took me a long time to get to. Why did you choose to share your negative voice? So even though I feel extremely uncomfortable doing this, as I'm guessing everyone else did, and I'm getting red now, I chose to share my negative voice because I think that the most effective tool that we all have in getting over this terrible trap is listening to each other's negative voice and seeing how ridiculous it sounds coming out of someone else's mouth, like how loving we want to be to them in response, like how much we wish they could see themselves as we see them. And if I feel that way so ubiquitously about everyone who talks to me about their negative voice, then how could I say that mine's the one that's true? Like mine's the one that makes sense. Everyone else's makes no sense, but mine does. No, that's ridiculous. That's terminal uniqueness. Like it doesn't make any sense to think that way. So I think hearing each other's is tremendously important. And alternative 6, how do you feel when someone chooses to share their negative voice? I feel very touched. I usually feel really moved by it. I feel like I can usually relate to it. It teaches me something about myself, and it teaches me something about them, and it's usually a really important experience, as watching all these videos of other people who've done it has been for me too.